Hello guys. So in the last video we discussed about chapter 1's reading of maps of different kinds. Today we will be jumping into the new topic, which is to calculate the height of a certain area. So what kind of measures and what kind of tools do we use to measure the height of a certain place? Among the different maps that we discussed in the previous chapter, today we will be discussing about the physical maps. So what do you mean by physical maps? It is self-explanatory. The word itself says physical maps, that shows a variety of landforms such as mountains, plateaus, rivers, etc., and also depict the height of places. According to this map given in the picture, you could know and understand what is the height of the land. Can you really measure the height of the land by a picture? This answer is obviously no. How could we measure the height of the land? That becomes a $1 million question. All the heights on the land are calculated from the sea level. Since all of the seas around the world are connected to each other, the sea level all over the world is taken to be roughly the same. So let us just discuss what is sea level. Do you know what is sea level? Okay, let me explain. Sea level is the base level for measuring elevation and depth on the earth. Because the ocean is a continuous body of water, its surface tends to seek the same level throughout the world. However, winds, currents, river discharges and variations in gravity and temperature prevent the sea surface from being truly level. But throughout the world we use sea level as the base. So sea level will be considered as 0. As we go below the sea level, the numbers will be going into negative. As we go above, the numbers will be increasing. So sea level is used to measure the height of a certain place. The tool that we use to measure the height are called contour lines. These contour lines are lines drawn on the map connecting points of equal elevation, meaning if you physically followed a contour line, the elevation would remain constant. Contour lines show elevation and the shape of the terrain. They are useful because they illustrate the shape of the land surface. So these contour lines are connected throughout a certain hill. Let us take an example of a map. Here on the above you can see a hill. On the hill you might have seen in digits there, 11,000, 1,100, 1,200, 1,300 and 400, 1,400. So the map is actually calculated in sea level. So it is 1,000, 1,100 in meters in above sea level. It's called above sea level. And as times goes on, as height increases, the line has increased. So underneath you can see a map. That map are the contour lines. So here in this picture, what you see on the map is on the top. So on the top you can see that is the physical map of that place, and those lines are represented below. See, in the landmark, if you go near a hill, that is how they measured using a sea level, and they have marked like that. So on the top picture you can see that is the picture of the contour lines, and bottom it is the hill which is divided in those category. I hope you are clear with it. So what are the uses of these maps which shows us the height? These maps help us to understand the nature of the terrain. How is a valley? Is there a depth there, or how tall is it? Is there any big steep slope there? And it is also used by people who construct roads it is also used by the people who construct bridges. This is actually a civil engineering basic map. So whenever you have a site or you are constructing a house, first thing that they do is they level the ground of that land by pouring a little bit of soil, a little bit of granite and gravel, and they level it to the sea level. Then they gradually build a building on it.